Doja Cat goes onto a podcast and gets questioned on the demonic imagery in her music and the things that she does that would actually show evidence that she worships Satan. And I've never seen anyone dance around questions like she does in this video. Okay, but then she also gets asked if God was to come down and talk to her, how would he feel about her today? And she says that she feels like God would be proud of her. Okay, I want to show you guys this video. I thought this was pretty interesting, her responses to these questions. But also, I want to show you guys a verse that would probably indicate that even if Doja Cat is not explicitly worshiping Satan, she's actually doing the work of Satan. She's actually doing his work, even if she doesn't believe it. Okay, let's hop into this video, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and hop in.
It's like it's a misconception that any misconception. I just wonder, do you ever want to clean those up? Like somebody sees some different imagery, and then somebody who works in the store thinks you worship the dead. Is it inside of you to ever clear something like that up, or you just kind of let that be fester in the world as it wants to?
I think about it a lot.
Really?
I think about it almost every day.
What part of it?
Every single part, every time, every pinpoint of when that's happened to me down my career.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot. And I think it's not for me to prove to people who cannot or don't wish to listen. It's the harsh reality, but I'd like to stay there. And I feel comfortable there because there's so many other great things happening that I can, instead of ruminating, I can choose to express maybe the way I feel about that thing with music or with an outfit or with a painting or with something. Being creative is really a good outlet for addressing to me personally. But unless somebody asks all the beautiful questions the way you do, I mean, then maybe I can discuss it.
Yeah.
But I also I don't ever want to say something that, and I can't, I'm telling you, like in the past, I could not talk. I still honestly am learning how to talk.
You're wonderful at it.
Sometimes I can talk really well, but there's times where if I have a camera on me and there's like a person who's talking to me and I'm distracted by something, or if I had a bad day or something, like all the things in the biome have to fall together correctly, or else I can't speak the way that I wish I spoke. Like when I'm laying in bed with the lights off and I'm like thinking and I'm like, damn, I should have said that. I could talk about those things, everything.
I have one question about those things. Because when you talk about that specifically, because I did hear somebody say, oh, she worships the devil. I was like, what are you talking about? One does not equal two. However, I am curious about what is your relationship with God, religion?
I believe in a higher power. I believe that there's something going on. I don't know what, and I don't want to question it. I don't follow any formula of any sort of traditional thing. I mean, I celebrate Christmas, but like
in a non-traditional way, I'm sure.
In a non-traditional way,
yeah.
But like, yeah, I think it also does a massive good for me to believe that there is something bigger than myself, because that's where you get lost.
Yeah. It's really surprising to me that you're not, because you're so thoughtful in how you operate in the world and you've done so much work on yourself. And
so real quick, so she actually makes a point that goes against what she's saying, because she's saying that it's good that she believes in a higher power, because then, you know, if you don't believe that there's anything out there, then you can get lost. And that's what I'm saying, is that when you choose to not follow God, you can believe in a higher power, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything, right? Who is the higher power? What does the higher power want from you? What is the goal and mission of the higher power? Why are we here? These are questions that every person should want to find out. And so even believing in a higher power does not necessarily put you in a place where you understand who God is. You can still live life however you want, and there's no one to hold you accountable because you don't believe in God. So she's saying you can get lost. I'm saying that if you don't believe in God, you are lost. And my belief is that the Bible is the true faith based off of not only what it says, but evidence surrounding it, history surrounding it, and what other people have written about the Bible and have written about the people in the Bible. And also physical evidence, right? That would allude to the fact that the God of the Bible is the actual God.
I don't know. It just surprises me that you haven't narrowed down your connection to spirituality, God, whatever.
It's a lifelong process. It really is. I think it's just a learning process. I've had issues with things like drinking and things like that, and that's sort of, those two things are in the same park for me, because it's like, if I don't believe that there's something bigger, then I'm always going to fall to here. And I think sometimes on impulse, maybe if I'm celebrating, I know it always gets messy when I celebrate, but it's been a very long time since I've been like sad, like, oh God, I need a glass of wine, sort of sad. So,
What happens?
and it happens. And but
By the way, this whole
I also could
with
be
the
fucking
gloves.
lying.
You're giving the gloves and the gloves
make me feel so
it feels
good.
so
I feel-
impressive. It's so good.
I just feel like, yeah.
There is a question in that bowl that says, if God were to text you right now, what would it say in your mind? I mean, even that, it's good.
I love that. He would probably say, you're doing great. He'd go, wow. And he'd also go, be careful. LOL.
Not
Idiot.
the LOL.
He'd go, be careful, idiot. LOL.
So I feel that she's deflecting. And I know a lot of people, when I talk to people about God that I know they know that they should be living a certain way, or they should be adhering to God, but they are not. They do what she just did. They deflect. They make a joke out of it. They laugh about it. They try not to take it serious. I know a lot of people that do that. And it makes me I'm like, man, you don't understand how important this is, right? And look, this is not me saying that I'm perfect and that I'm holier than thou or anything like that, but I do know who God is, and I do understand what he wants, and I believe in God, and I have a desire to be what God would want me to be, even though we don't always hit the mark. But when you have people talking to you about God and you deflect and you laugh and joke about it, in a sense, you're pretty much saying, like, I don't care what God thinks, that I'm choosing to live my life, and whoever God is, he's cool with this, right? And that's not true. It's absolutely not true. If you don't worship Satan, why put imagery like this out? You're going to get questioned on it. People are going to assume that you believe in Satan, right? If I believe in Jesus Christ, or if I don't believe in Jesus Christ, but I'm making music that is Christian music, glorifying God, and I have a cross on my cover photo with me praying to the cross, people are going to assume I believe in God, right? So why would you put this kind of imagery out? Unless you are either trolling people to get reactions and views, or you actually believe in it. She has a literal song called Demons, and something tells me that she's not doing any exposing. Something tells me that she is not calling out the demonic things happening in the world. Something tells me that she is showing what she believes in, showing what she loves, what she indulges in, or she's just trolling America and the world and her fans to thinking that she believes in Satan when she actually doesn't.
In the last few years, we have been seeing an obvious sinister change happening within the music industry. For a while now, The imagery being shown in the music videos not only doesn't match the songs, but is usually dark demonic imagery. Back in the day, the pop stars made music videos like this. Now, a pop music video looks like this. Once upon a time, you would only see imagery like this in a Slipknot music video. Now, pop stars, rappers, and R&B singers all use demonic imagery. What was once only seen in the heavy metal rock genre somehow spread throughout all genres of music. People like DJ Academics claims this is only a gimmick to sell records by shocking the fans.
Up on Billboard. Like, she started at debuted at 50, she's at number 5 now. So
With what?
Really,
like what song?
It's called Paint the Town Red. In video, she's demonic. It's some demonic shit.
Really? That's the name of the song? Paint the Town Red.
She lost 2 million followers. She lost 2 million
Whoa,
followers.
she got 22 million in the last. Oh, I see why she's acting like that. She got 22 million views in 3 weeks. So it's all marketing. Oh, never mind, it's fake. Oh, I thought this was really her to promote music. Okay.
Bro.
Yo, hold on. Who's better at being demonic, her or Uzi?
You gotta add Cardi too.
I don't think Cardi's
No, she won, bro. She got Satan horns and all black. Ooh.
As you heard for yourself, he claims that the fans buy into the satanic act, and for whatever reason, it sells more records and becomes more popular. I don't know how that would work, especially since the average person doesn't decide to listen to an artist because they worship the devil. The demonic imagery has been played with for a while, especially in the last 8 years. You think the fans are still going to be shocked by the same gimmick? I don't think so. At this point, the fans are just being normalized to this occult imagery. This is the purpose behind putting occult imagery behind all the major artists. This is exactly what Doja Cat is being used for. Doja Cat for the last year has been fully embracing the occult and is choosing to present herself as a literal demon. We have spoken about Doja Cat so many times on this channel, and each and every time she turns it up a notch.
So this is why I'm saying, even if Doja Cat is not an actual Satan worshiper and she doesn't actually worship Satan, she's not in the occult, she's not doing witchcraft and all of that, even if it's all just for content, even if it's all just to make money, to troll people, to actually to click on your videos and see exactly what you're doing and all that, even if it's not actually real, she's doing the work of Satan. She's actually still doing his work. And the reason I say that is because of this verse right here. And I'm using this to say that if this is true, then the opposite must be true as well. Okay, but let me read you this verse. It's Philippians 1:15-18. And this is Paul speaking. And Paul is preaching, right? He's going out preaching to people. And he's running into people that could be preaching out of envy, could be preaching out of selfish ambition, but they're not doing it to actually grow the body of Christ. They're not preaching for the work of Jesus Christ. They're actually doing it for a reason that is selfish, for a reason that is not for God, right? But they're still preaching. Now, let me show you what it says. It says, "It is true that some preach Christ out of envy and rivalry, but others out of goodwill. The latter do so out of love, knowing that I am put here for the defense of the gospel. The former preach Christ out of selfish ambition, not sincerely, supposing that they can stir up trouble for me while I am in chains. But what does it matter? The important thing is that in every way, whether from false motives or true, Christ is preached. And because of this, I rejoice." So Paul is saying, even though they may be preaching for the wrong reasons, even though they may not actually believe in Christ, even though the reason and the motive that they preach may be evil in nature, right? Selfish ambition, envy, rivalry. It may be evil in nature, but they're still preaching Christ. And so Paul's going to rejoice because Christ is still being preached. And in the midst of their reason, or in the midst of them preaching, people are still going to be saved. People are still going to hear the gospel, even though the person that's preaching to them, the motives are wrong. And that's what I'm saying, is that even though Doja Cat could possibly be doing all of this to troll people, she may not be an actual Satan worshiper, but she's still doing the work of Satan. She's still putting out music that glorifies Satan. She's still putting out videos showing that she is in the occult. She could be leading other people down that path. People could think that that's cool, that their favorite artist is in the occult, is in witchcraft, is doing demonic worship. And she is effectively doing the work of Satan, even if she doesn't believe what she actually doing is real. Even if she thinks it's all a game, she's doing it to get money. She's doing it to get fame. She's doing it to stir up controversy, but she's still doing Satan's work. She's still growing the kingdom of darkness. And I think that's very dangerous. I really wish that Doja Cat and other people that, do what she's doing could see these videos. I wish there were a flood of videos that is telling Doja Cat and others that, hey, this is not okay. This is not good. Why do you don't have to put out this kind of imagery. You don't have to fake or even be an actual Satanist or anything like that to get, fans to survive in the music industry. There's Christian artists right now that are making good money, have a large fan base, going viral every time they make a new song, but they're doing the songs that they make are for God. And you don't even have to specifically make songs for Jesus. What about just making clean music that people can listen to and have a good time to without having to block out all the satanic imagery and all the satanic symbolism and words, right? Words that are ungodly, words that are satanic in nature, demonic, evil in nature. You could just make clean music. There's fan bases that desire clean music. And that would be my words that I would say to Doja Cat is you don't need to do all this to get your fan base. You can actually just be an authentic musician and make good, clean music and survive in the music industry. You don't have to bow down to the satanic culture. But this is crazy, man. Especially what she said about God. I really wish that she would dive deeper into who God is and do a search, right? Go on an actual journey to figure out who is God and what does he want from us. And in my opinion, I believe that God is Jesus Christ. I believe that God is Yahweh. And his word tells us what he wants. But let me know how y'all feel about this video in the comment section. Okay, how do you feel about Doja Cat? Do you think she's actually worshiping Satan, or is it all for money and views and clicks? Okay, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so you do not miss another video. My name's Aaron Page. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Until next time, I'm out.